If, speaking of career, if we could just kind of run down some of the highlights of your early
Sure.
career, and we'll find out exactly how accurate the record books are.
Okay.
'Cause there's been known
you
to have
guys-
some errors crop up.
Because you guys seem to. I come into these things, and people like this, these guys here, they have all this information, from and the stuff that I've forgotten, but they're pretty dead on. Let's see.
Well, let's see. We show your career as beginning in 1954. Is that correct?
Well, 55.
55?
55
Okay.
was when I had my first professional
Change that.
match.
Fix that, would you, Don? 55.
All right.
He's good. Okay.
Wrong on
corrected.
one.
55. Okay, and one of the first titles you held was in 1958, an NWA tag title with Ramon Torres from another famous wrestling family.
Exactly. Both the Torres. Well, there were three. There was their uncle, Enrique. In fact, I think Enrique was actually their older brother or their uncle. I'm not sure. But then there was Alberto and Ramon.
Okay. And you moved on to Hawaii in the early 60s, held the U.S. title there. What was that promotion like? What was that territory?
That was fabulous because you could go to Hawaii and you would wrestle once, about an average of 1.5 times a week. You'd wrestle on TV, maybe on Saturday, and then every Wednesday night. And then once a month you'd go to the other islands. And so somebody says, how well did I like it? Well enough that my 2 daughters live on Kauai, and my granddaughter is Hawaiian, German, American Indian, Italian, Irish. She's just a whole mixed blood, but she has that very exotic Polynesian look with that mixture with the long black hair, and she's a professional hula dancer. And just graduated from high school this past year, and so that's how much I've enjoyed Hawaii. It was fabulous. It was kind of like a paid vacation.
They don't call it paradise for nothing.
No, really. I mean, every day. I mean, I'd have to saunter down to the beach and lay in the sun or go surfing. Or,
What a shame.
It was really tough.
Well, there's always Lake Pepin.
Yeah,
not these days, but coming up.
So
Go ahead, Don. You got a question for the champ?
Well, yeah. It says you held the NWA Tag Team title with Wilbur Snyder.
Yes.
62 or 63 in there.
Yeah.
You crossed paths with him much earlier than
Wilbur
the
was
AWA fans.
Yeah, Wilbur was about 4 or 5 years older than me, and he started in Los Angeles. My dad helped him get started when I was still in high school, and so I was just about 5 years behind him, and so it was fun then to team up with him later on.
He had also teamed with your father.
Yes, he had, and so I worked out with him a lot. So Wilbur was one of the people that I truly enjoyed, and he was great fun, great personality, great wrestler, great athlete. No complaints there.
And where would you put him on your list of great technical wrestlers?
Oh, that list is so big.
I'm sure it is.
And we were talking just before we went on live. I said, if somebody said today, who do I pick? I would think the premier piece of talent in the profession today is Kurt Hennig, Bret Hart, right in that same category, and then just a whole number of others that are just terrific that I respect. And the guys today, some of the moves they're making, I never. My former partner Ray Stevens, the Crippler, he was known for coming off that top rope, and there was only maybe a half a dozen or so that felt the agility to go up there. I went up there one time when the arena was empty, and I wobbled and I shook and I jumped down and looked like an ostrich falling or something, and it was not my forte. But so when I see some of these guys, 400 pounds, 300 pounds, 6'7", 6'8", and they're doing backflips off the top rope. I mean, I wouldn't even do the things they're doing because of the danger just to themselves if nobody else was there. But I guess they felt and feel that's the challenge to them. And coming off the top ropes, most of the states would not allow anybody to come off the top rope, and so it was actually, where you could get disqualified if the referee caught you doing it. And so not that many people did it. And then in the early 80s, a lot of the state athletic commissions, they just kind of dropped it because there were so many complaints. Once they dropped it, every young guy that came into the profession, he automatically felt, I got to get up there. I got to make this spectacular move. And you see them, and the moves are spectacular. but they're extremely dangerous. And the fallout rate of a lot of the younger wrestlers today will be far greater than it was with our era because of these very precipitous, dangerous moves that they're making.